Hi there, this is Derek from Pacific Coast Auto. We're a Japan-based auction agent and exporter. Today we're taking a look at a 1987 BMW M535. This is a BMW M car similar to the E30 M3, but these ones came first. And so this is a very interesting car for me to check out. Now let me tell you something about the E30 M3. So that car is a car that I've always wanted to buy, and we've bid on probably about 50 times now, and we haven't won one because the price has been going up in terms of thousands every year. This is the closest that I've gotten so far to getting my unicorn car. And so I'm very happy to see this car and to check it out in person. I've always liked the older BMWs, and about this era is kind of the perfect BMWs for me. I like older cars, especially ones that are in good condition. And this example of it is in quite good condition for the age, being in 1987. In particular, something that I wanted to mention is that this car has 177,000 kilometers on it, which is really high mileage. But the fact that the car still runs and looks incredibly good really shows that cars of the older era were put together better and, I don't know, just are better cars. I'm really happy that the weather came through today. This is one day before we're getting a heavy rain, and so the timing couldn't be better. Okay, so the engine's a 3.5 liter single cam engine. You can hear the engine's making a lot of clickety noises. That's because it's running solid lifters inside, and it seems like they need to be adjusted. If the lifters are making this much noise, it causes the engine to run a little bit rough because you're not getting exactly the timing that you would want. And so the engine is a little bit shaky, but really not too bad at all. Engine still sounds good, especially at higher RPM. Oil and the coolant check out good. And basically everything. I'm very impressed with this car. I will mention a couple of things. There is a kill switch that's been installed here. The car looks like it's been maintained well. The coolant looks new, and the oil looks new. I'm going to close the hood. Oh, ghetto-made heat shield here. The original one's gotten old and is brittle now. Okay, the design of this car is lovely. I love how they have a little bit of the shark nose going on there at the front. This one's got aftermarket, I guess not really aftermarket, it's BMW M-Technic front and rear bumper as well as side skirts and rear wing. I think that they suit the car really well and make it look even better than the already good looks of the M535. The appearance of this car, you might not be able to see it so well in the video, but compared to new cars, it's a very different look. Well, obviously it's an old car, but in terms of the proportions I'm talking about, this one's got very similar window height to door height. What this means is from inside the car you can see a lot. It has a very spacious feel to it, and it gives the car kind of an interesting profile, because the top part is so much bigger than you expect from new cars. New cars have to be safe when you get into a crash, and back during this time they didn't really understand that kind of stuff. Okay, it's got aftermarket BBS wheels, which they look quite nice on the car. Of course, fender flares there are the M535 style. Rear wing here, the M-Technic. And rear bumper, side skirts. I guess probably the saddest thing about watching or taking a look at this car is the fact that I was only able to drive it from over there to over here. I came here specifically at lunchtime so that I could get the shot with the bridge in the background because, I don't know, it's just a special car and wanted to make it a little bit more special. Okay, so let's take a look at what the auction sheet says. Put that there. 1987 BMW M535i, grade 3.5 with an exterior B and an interior C. 176 for 58,000 kilometers on it. Automatic transmission. Now this is kind of interesting because the E30 M3 didn't come in an automatic. So a lot of people do like driving an auto. And I think this car is probably as close as you can get to an E30 M3 while still maintaining the automatic transmission if that's what you want. So this is purchased by user, which means dealer trade-in. It says M-Tech aero parts for front, side, rear, and rear spoiler. Aftermarket CD stereo, BBS 16-inch wheels, glass sunroof. This was originally a BMW dealer car in Japan, and so it was the original Japanese model. Left-hand drive, which they have in Japan, left-hand, right-hand drive when you buy German cars. BBS wheels they wrote again because they wanted to take up my time translating. Comes with owner's manual, warranty papers. It comes with registration sticker, spare key, seat wear, wheels scratched, door mirrors scratched, windshield rock chip, interior dirty and scratched, oil leak, dashboard cracked. And if you look at the diagram here, although it's really clean, it has W1 or U1 there, but W here, W here, W, W, W. W means a repainted panel, and so both sides, the hood, the roof, and the rear deck have been repainted. And so the repaint quality of the car is really good. Now the car's dirty right now, and so won't be able to see the paint very well, but up close and personal it looks like it's been done really well. There's a little bit of wave in the side panels, but not much. Okay, this part here is just dusty. I know it looks like it's faded paint, but the paint looks terrific, and it looks like the paint job was probably done about 5 or so years ago, and so it's not a recent paint job. Just going to mention the only real damage to the body is this dent that's right here, which is unfortunate, but you know, for a car that's 1987, that's pretty old. It's almost 30 years old now. Okay, there is some paint damage to some areas that look like they were not repainted with the rest. Let me just show you those. This piece here has scratches that look like they come from a car wash. And then between this line here and the same line on the other side, that part's not been repainted while the rest of it was. So a little bit strange there. You can see that the paint on that, it's been repainted the same color as original, which is really good because color changing a car like this is a stupid idea. And so I think that just this part and this part were not repainted. I don't know why. Okay, for an older car, you always want to take a look at the gaskets on the windows, and they are all in fantastic shape. You can see here, here. Side ones are good, and the windshield one is good. The only thing is the one inside the trunk and the one on the inside of the left door are damaged. Also have some faded paint on only the left side fender flares, front and rear. Now I did get up close pictures and videos of that. Tires are brand new. Well, not brand new. The tires are 2012, but about 95% tread on them, and they're a nice expensive Toyo Proxy CS1. They suit the car well because they kind of look like a classic tire would, and yet they're a sporty tire with today's technology. Underside looks very clean, which is great. Probably garage kept all of its life. And let me just show you this. Osaka BMW Club, Tanaka. I don't know why they got a name on there. Cool. I can't really, this is just awesome taking a look at this car for me because I just love it. Neat little things like, take a look at this, the exhaust is slightly offset to the side there. Really cool. Okay, so let's take a look at the interior, which I'm quite impressed with. Okay, the seats aren't leather seats, which is a little bit strange, but they are really nice looking and feeling seats. Nice addition of the M colors, I guess you would call that. And the door cards are in fantastic shape. No cracks, no rips, nothing. So a lot of people want to know the prices of the cars that we check out. I get asked all the time in the comments, how much did this car cost? And this car, like all the cars on my channel really, are already sold. This is the post-purchase inspection. And because this is a car sold to an actual customer, we don't mention the price. Now, how much do these cost? To be honest, this is the first one that we've bought, so I don't know if this car is representative of the actual price of these cars, but I believe that an automatic transmission would be much less than a manual, and you're looking at somewhere between 500,000 yen and about 1 million yen, depending on the condition. Some wear on the steering wheel here, but it's the original steering wheel, so that's nice to see after so long. Damage on the seat here because the fake leather doesn't hold up the same as real leather does. Full manual seat, which is neat, and cool extender. And this is lovely for people like me who have long legs that are skinny, because none of the seats seem to extend far enough for me. Okay, so broken weather stripping here. You can see it's dangling down and tucked underneath the seat. Needs to be glued back into place. Pretty much everything works in here. The AC does work, but it feels like old style AC, and so it's not very strong. Power windows everywhere. I want to show you something that's really cool too. Because you've got these such big doors here, when you roll down the rear windows, the window goes all the way to the bottom. It doesn't have that stupid part that sticks out and gets in your way when you want to rest your elbow on the side. It's old car style, great car style. This one's broken. You can't move this, it's jammed, but the sunroof does go in, and it does tilt as well, so it's not broken. It's got some lights up here. It does have the engine oil light on. The engine oil level is actually good, we did check that. 176, 460 kilometers on it. It's got a cool little computer thing here. And the faceplate of this has been taken off and hidden somewhere in the car, and it's a secret where it is. Climate control AC on a 1987 is cool. I guess that would have been a big thing back then. And no ashes in the ashtray, but the cigarette lighter has been used, and so it has been smoked in. It doesn't smell like cigarettes inside here. Floor mats are in good shape. Power steering works. Automatic transmission's not clunky. Okay. Rear seats have lots of room. For the exterior dimensions of the car, the packaging is awesome. You get lots of room, and it's still kind of a small outside dimensions of the car. Okay, inside the trunk here, and I'm going to show you something. There is a little bit of paint damage on the side here, as well as a little bit of rust. So take a look here. There's some peeling clear coat here, and a touch of rust there. Now if you take a look up here at the same location, there's a sheet that has been tack welded onto here, and I don't know what that is for or why they would want to do that. So there is that. Undercard looks to be in very good shape, not perfect shape, but very good shape, and the inside of the trunk is huge. Spare tires in here, as well as the tools. And some damage on the gasket right here. Okay, so that's going to be the entire video here of the BMW M535. Very special car, and I'm really happy that I got a chance to see this and at least drive it a little bit, because it's probably going to be a while before I'll get a chance to drive another car like this. I will mention that I believe it's Chris Harris that said that this is one of his favorite cars and one that he owned as one of his first performance cars. And so if you haven't already watch that video. I think it's Chris Harris, I might be wrong about that. That's going to be the end of the video here. So thank you very much for watching. Have a good day.